What's up guys, and welcome to Xbox On. Now, one thing that you're starting to see a lot more on your Xbox One X is classic games available through Xbox Back Compat and becoming Xbox One X enhanced. And despite their age, some of them look absolutely stunning, so here are 10 of the best Xbox One X Back Compat enhancements. It's time to get back in the saddle with a game that puts the magnum in magnum opus. Rockstar's Wild West classic looks absolutely stunning for something that came out 8 years ago, with sweeping views across America's Great Plains given a new lease of life on the Xbox One X. One glimpse of that 4K tumbleweed has you itching to step in the well-worn boots of John Marston all over again and get into even more shootouts and bank robberies. And this John Marston means business. Just look at that extra detailed mug of his. Or take the midday lighting in the town of Armadillo. It never looked like this on the Xbox 360, which is just one of the reasons we love Xbox One X enhancements. You can revisit the story of an out-of-place outlaw trying to survive in an increasingly civilized world, take on gang hideouts, and go hunting for animal pelts. But my favorite thing to do in Red Dead has always been having a massive shootout. I'm not gonna lie, it does sound pretty evil, but it's just so satisfying to win a big gunfight in this game. Rockstar's Euphoria physics engine makes every death organically different. And let's not forget the fun you can have with some rope. Rockstar has outdone itself with this enhancement, which should get you ready for Red Dead Redemption 2 pretty nicely.
Portal 2 is arguably one of the best puzzle games ever made, so the news that it's being enhanced for Xbox One X will surely make a lot of gamers out there happy. Portal plays on the idea of, you guessed it, portals, and using them to get around and solve conundrums. Portal 2 added new features like gels that altered physical properties, and a whole co-op portion, which added so much more depth and character to the already brilliantly designed puzzle adventure. If you've never played Portal 2 before, now is the perfect time. Looking better than ever, you'll be guided by Stephen Merchant, aka Wheatley, as you navigate the dilapidated Aperture Science and deal with the terrifying GLaDOS. If you've just nabbed yourself an Xbox One X and are yet to experience this hilariously dark masterpiece, then you know what to do.
Not one, but two of your most requested games finally get the 4K treatment as Marcus Phoenix and co. roadie run onto the Xbox One X. And it's one of the most miraculous enhancements yet. Epic's pair of third-person shooter must-plays feel right at home on the console, with majestic countrysides and ruined cities achieving new levels of crispness and clarity, and just check out the freshened-up COG armor, it looks absolutely stunning. This is perfect if you want to revisit a more streamlined and old-school Gears, back before you could build an array of fortifications to defend yourself, especially in Horde mode, which takes you back to classic maps like Avalanche and River, and it's good to see Marcus in his gruff prime, prior to the grey hair and permanent look of fatherly disappointment.
Mirror's Edge is another cult classic that's been given the Xbox One X enhanced treatment. Set in a quasi-futuristic dystopian society, you'll play the part of Faith Connor as she acts as a courier to transport important messages whilst avoiding government surveillance. The awesome parkour is really the highlight of this game, and with the enhancements, the world is better than ever to use as your playground. As you tumble over rooftops, run across walls, and through ventilation shafts, you'll notice how sharp the world is. Whilst its original release saw jagged edges and uneven finishes, this totalitarian state is as polished and smooth as can be. Well, apart from the whole totalitarian thing. The world is brightly coloured and beautiful, which looks even better in its enhanced HDR glory. Colours pop at every turn and bring the world to life. If you want parkour at its smoothest, then head back to Mirror's Edge.
Star Wars The Force Unleashed lets you play as a Sith so powerful that he could topple the Republic single-handedly. Going on a force-fueled rampage against Wookiees and Rebels was impressive back in 2008, and it's just as impressive now after being made over for the Xbox One X. However much it breaks the universe's logic to have a man running around doing air juggles, imagine Luke Skywalker doing an air juggle. Honestly. Thumbs up in particular for the sunlit forest of Kashyyyk and the debris-littered Raxus Prime. Here's a literal example of how blown away I am by this Xbox One X enhancement. Your midichlorians are so numerous that you can have your pick of powers like it's a force buffet, from unleashing shockwaves to picking up and flinging objects to frying foes with lightning, all while holding your lightsaber in a very unsafe fashion. Check it out, I love how they grab onto each other in fear when you've got them by the ankles. Don't feel bad for all the people you kill though, this was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
If you're itching for a trip back to Albion and desperate to go chase some chickens, then Fable Anniversary's update will be music to your ears and candy to your eyeballs. This Xbox classic holds a close place in a lot of gamers' hearts, and rightly so. Its charming setting, tongue-in-cheek British humour, and addictive questing makes it a firm favourite in gamers' back catalogues. And now, with its Xbox One X enhancements, it can be enjoyed all over again, but looking better than ever. Apart from useful improvements such as quicker loading times, the world itself is brought to life. Running through the lush countryside of Albion has been given a crisp makeover, with razor-sharp details and colours that really pop. Whether you're taking the path to the dark side or trying your hardest to be good and righteous, at least you know you'll look good doing it.
Crackdown is another amazing enhancement that makes you forget just how old the original is. It's incredible that something this sharp and colourful is over a decade old. Sometimes when I go on a rampage in Crackdown, I'll just zone out and start thinking about where all that time's gone. And then I realise it's gone on me playing video games, which I don't have a problem with. Walking the beat as a super-powered policeman in Pacific City involves plenty of literal beatings, usually with a lamppost as your nightstick and a piston-like kick as your pepper spray. This is a setting that looks great anytime, day or night, but my favourite hour is fighting hour, which is every hour of the day. That said, I'll admit, not much crime gets cleaned up when I play Crackdown, because when I'm not warring with the general public, I spend a lot of time walking slowly, rotating the camera to feel like an absolute hero badass. Now I just need some explosions to feel even more epic.
The bleak, miserable future has never looked so good. Another massive open world has been added to the Xbox One X enhanced list. Fallout 3 tells the story of life after the Great War. You grew up in Vault 101 with your father, but when he suddenly makes a run for it, it's time to venture out into the big, wide, horrible world and try and track him down. War is never really good for morale, and the world is now a hostile, dangerous wasteland. The Xbox One X enhancements takes that dark, miserable world and injects a bit of life into it. Bleak landscapes will look, well, they'll still look really bleak, but they'll look clearer with more depth and realism. The Xbox One X may be incredible, but it can't perform miracles. A post-apocalyptic world is always going to look a bit rough. Let's not forget you can now see Liam Neeson all enhanced. As the voice of your father, James, the new improved graphics make it feel like he's right there with you. Ah, Liam, I wish you were my real dad.
We've covered Skate before, but honestly, it's one of the best examples of an old game brought back to sparkling life using the power of the Xbox One X. And if I can't talk about doing a pop shove it in 4K, then what's the point in living? Okay, that was a little bit dramatic, but when you see this Skater's Paradise in 4K, then you have to really give it up, especially considering it came out in 2010. There has definitely been a lack of great skating games lately, and by lately, I mean 8 years. Meaning, Skate 3 was the last great one. Based on that alone, I recommend picking it up again, and if you've got an EA Access subscription, you've actually already got it. It's just great to see another game that I played years ago up to 2018 standards. Even if you're not into the whole unmatched skating authenticity thing, where flicks of the right thumbstick mimic the mechanics of tricks, grabs and grinds, you can just mess around riding into people and then jumping off somewhere tall and landing on your face.
Assassins rejoice because the OG Hidden Blade Master is getting a stunning Xbox One X enhancement. Altair is the master of stealth, who kicked off the incredible series back in 2007, along with Desmond, who is the master of wearing grey. Either way, he gets tangled up in a plot from the past involving the Secret Order of Assassins and the Apple of Eden, which might be the most trouble-inducing piece of fruit. You wouldn't see everyone going this crazy over a banana. Assassin's Creed is an absolute delight on the Xbox One X. The grainy textures are replaced with crisp backgrounds, and the movement is smooth and flawless. NPCs have had a complete overhaul, with a change of character design and appearance helping to update and refresh this iconic classic. If you've finished up with Origins and want to see where it all began, then get playing the original Assassin's Creed on your Xbox One X today.
So there we have it, some of the best Xbox One X back compat enhancements on your Xbox One X. Make sure to let us know what your favorite was down in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel for more videos if you're new. Also, smash that like button if that's what you're into, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!